Wow, hashtag dildo squad is trending in the UK.
What? Okay. I have to look that up sometime.
One of the first comments is, I'm not sure I want to know why hashtag dildo squad is trending.
Yeah. A lot of females.
Most of it are people saying, what the fuck is dildo squad? Why is it trending? That'll be why.
Bomb squad removes dildo from downtown SLO. What happens when someone leaves a dildo wrapped in black electrical tape on the street in San Luis Obispo? Okay. Roads are closed and it is removed by the bomb task force robot. On New Year's Eve, a pedestrian spotted the unusual wrapped dildo on Churro Street near Pismo Street and called the San Luis Obispo Police Department. Officers arrived, closed streets in a 1-block radius, and called in the bomb squad. The bomb task force robot Andros put the dildo in a containment vessel and drove it to a secure location. I don't want to know where its containment vessel is.
Draw your sword, knock your arrows, and ready your spellbook. It's time for another episode of The Gamesmen. What role will you play?
Evening, guys, gals, and goaties, and welcome to episode 19 of The Gamesmen. The Gamesmen here to play roles, and I'm playing the role of your host. I am Amras89, and with me today, I have one person, because I just didn't feel like asking other people today. I was kind of tired. So, on that note, I have Mr. Hardlydan, Dan Natman, who is dead, or was dead last week because his dog tried to kill him.
Yeah.
And I want to find out more about that. So, Dan, tell us how you've been doing and your back and your devil dog. And
Well, I was just taking him out for a walk, and we had a nice little stroll around the village, and then he wanted to go through the church, so we went through the church, and then he wanted to go this other way through like the churchyard, so I went down through there, and there's quite a steep slope that was really muddy. And yeah, basically, he pulled me. I slipped over backwards. I was still travelling forwards at the time, so my arse ended up falling about 4 feet, and I landed on it, and I couldn't breathe for a bit. I was just like, oh!
So you land on like your tailbone?
Yeah, pretty much, but that didn't hurt.
That shit hurts.
No, the shock went all the way through to my middle of my back, and I was just there going, oh god.
Oh.
Yeah, it was scary for a bit, because for a good 10 seconds I couldn't actually breathe, and I was like, what the fuck have I done? No.
Jeez.
And then
Blew up
eventually
your
I
heart.
kind of roll over. Well, no, I was like, shit, have I done something to my spine? And I roll over and managed to kind of climb myself back up, and absolute agony, and covered in mud. Eventually managed to walk back home, and he's like really excited. He's like, what's going on? This is brilliant. Way. So I'm at home covered in mud. He's covered in mud. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't get into anywhere else in the house. And I'm like, oh crap, I've got to get changed. And he's just like trying to get into everything, so I have to shout at him quite a bit. And he looked so upset when I was shouting at him. But yeah, since then it's getting better. But I've been out a couple of times with the dog and mum, because it's been sunny, and we've gone to the beaches and things to take him for a walk. And I think it's her driving isn't making it any better, because she brakes quite hard at times, and that's agony. And I think if I was driving, it'd be fine, because I'd know if I was about to brake or if I was going to turn. And yeah, it's not been great.
Yeah, you said like you got back from the hospital, and I was like, holy shit. And you said you couldn't Like you had to lay down for a couple of days.
Yeah, and then when I got up, I'd wake up forgetting that my back was totally fucked. And just sit up and I'm like, God, fine. But yeah, it's getting there. But yeah, it was pretty. It still is damn painful. I still wake up in the morning with a scream as I forget that my back's painful. So yeah, I've not been up to much recently, and annoyingly, I really wanted to go surfing, but yeah, that's not going to happen for a good month or so. I think it's horrible. And of course, I'm lying down on the sofa at my mother's, waiting for her to arrive, and Monty's jumping all over me, trying to lick my face, and I'm there trying not to move. But yeah, I'm on ibuprofen and paracetamol together, which apparently is like one of the strongest things you can get over the counter when you combine the two. And your body kind of metabolizes it into morphine. So it's been... Yeah, it's been a bit weird recently. Everything's kind of been a bit spinny.
Tripping balls, man.
Yeah, but yeah, we're getting there. Actually, I need to take some more now. I'll wait until after the show. Because when I take them at night, they just tend to knock me out. Not been playing much. Because sitting in my chair, that's kind of painful.
I haven't been, at least the later part of today, I haven't been feeling great. My back's been killing me. Yesterday put together my brother's computer desk that he's not using as a computer desk. He's just using it as an entertainment center. It's still awesome. Like, TV I gave him fits in it perfectly, and it's really cool.
It sounds like my bookshelf that's not really being used as a bookshelf.
Yeah, and TV fits in there perfectly, and it took us like 3 hours to frickin' put the thing together. So many parts. But and that today, cut grass, stupid steep hills and shit that my parents have kill my back, and I can't stop shaking because I'm holding a weed eater for like 2 hours straight. So my body just keeps shaking. I think it has something to do with my back as well, where whenever it's got pain, like it makes me shake. So
I remember once when I drove from Falmouth to York in my old Mini, and it's a fair journey. It's something like 600 miles, maybe a bit longer.
Oh, jeez.
And when I got out of that, my body felt like it was vibrating for the next 4 hours because of the constant vibration through the steering wheel and the seats as I'm driving.
Yeah, I've had that before.
For so long in such a small little car with not much in the way of suspension. I love that car though, man. I think it handled like it was on rails. It felt like a go-kart, basically. It was awesome.
Sweet. Okay. Anything else with the week? Or are we going to get in the games?
Well, not really. I mean, I bought a few things, but I'll mention them in a bit. Really tempted to get Star Citizen at the moment. I might have to buy that next week, the week after next, because obviously the multiplayer part of it's coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the end of this month. So very, very tempted.
Cool. And
I've just been completely distracted because the Google Doodle at the moment is a Rubik's Cube. And I'm really rubbish at that. But you can't peel the stickers off to cheat. But yeah, stuff I've been playing, I guess, not a huge amount because it's been a little bit painful to actually do anything. I picked up the Humble, whatever it was.
Another Humble bundle.
Yeah, the bundle from outer space. That was the one. And it had a couple of good things in there, actually. I've only played one of them, and that was X3 Terran Conflict. It came out in 2008. And it's basically, space combat, trading, that kind of open-ended sandbox. You can, do the campaigns if you want, or you can just go around doing whatever the hell you want, really, in it.
Mm.
And it's not actually looking too bad. It looks pretty sweet, actually, considering its age. I'm going to have to see if there's any mods that I can add to it. But I have barely touched it because that prompted me to finally get round to buying a flight stick. I didn't get a stupidly expensive one. I got the Cytac Mad Catz Cyborg V1, which I'm going to have to mod as soon as I get it because it's got blue LEDs in it. And that's right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that turning up so that I can, play this game properly, because flying with a keyboard and mouse it's not right. I mean, it's doable, but it's just the joystick's going to make it so much easier. And it's a bit of preparation for Star Citizen. That bundle also came with Universe Sandbox, or Sandbox Universe, as I think it's actually called. Where you can create black holes, collide galaxies, and just play around with.
I couldn't figure that out too well, or very well. Whenever I was doing it, I was having a lot of fun putting a black hole with the universe and stuff like that, and making it tear apart, the Milky Way. It was very interesting. And then I had shit collide, and I was playing around with putting our solar system into I can't remember how fast it was going, but I made a comet go by or something like that, and then it kept going around, and eventually 100 million years later or something like that, it collided with a planet. It did something to the planet, knocked that planet out. Years later, it hits another planet, and you just see the whole solar system start to warp. It was pretty awesome. That's all I could figure out.
Definitely got to have a play with that. And it also came with Kinetic Void, which is an early access game on Steam. One that actually looks quite interesting, but the only reason I got it was because it was in this bundle. And basically, you I haven't played it yet, but it's a kind of shipbuilding space adventure game. You can create your own vessel and use it to explore space. It's not fully out yet, but there's going to be a career mode, or you can just play around making your own ship. Once it's finally launched, there's going to be missions that you can accept, enemies, galaxies to explore, and it looks pretty awesome. So I'm definitely going to have a go at that at some point, but probably not until my joystick arrives, which that could be any time because Amazon.
When did you order that? A couple days ago?
Yeah, it's been dispatched. Now it says
you've said that before, but it took 3 weeks to get to you.
It's supposed to be arriving on Friday before 9 p.m. But it could turn up tomorrow. So I'm probably going to spend the next week in just in case it does turn up. Then I need to get my soldering iron off my friend so I can change those LEDs. Other than that, I have completed Jurassic Park Episode 1, but and that was really funny towards the end. There's so many times one of my characters died by getting eaten by a T-Rex. It was brilliant.
And you're maniacally laughing every time.
Bits of it were hilarious. They really were. I know there's people that haven't played it yet, so I don't want to spoil anything, even though it's quite an old game. But great fun. Looking forward to playing the next episode. But yeah, go try it. It's fun. It's every now and then it's dirt cheap. I got it.
That was 4 episodes long, right?
3 or 4 episodes. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was short compared to what I've seen them have.
Yeah, but it's controls sometimes feel a little bit hinky. I've been pressing the button, but it doesn't seem to register it. So you sometimes have to tap up or left or right twice to get it to register. But yeah, that's no biggie once you remember. And I've now seen every single live action Star Trek episode and movie. I've just got the animated series to finish.
You said you watched the first one of the animated one? Right?
I've seen 2 of them now. Yeah.
It's short though, right?
Yeah, they're only like 20 minutes long, so I should be hopefully finishing them soon, and then I no longer have to see any Star Trek ever again until the next movie comes out, obviously. So, yay!
I'll say, did you watch Star Trek and God, what the hell is that? Darkness Falls or something?
Star Trek Into Darkness.
Into
Yes.
Darkness, that's what
I've seen that. I've seen all of them.
Well, I meant, did you see that before you did it?
No, I waited until the end.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw that last night. So.
Come on!
Yeah.
Which is funny because you saw that, well, it's been a while now since
Yeah.
you watched like the old one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like these new movies. I mean, yeah, I do, but they're not quite. I don't know.
I love it. Lens flare.
Yeah, yeah, and then like things like there's the bit where you can see R2-D2 going past in some space wreckage, and you're like, really? Do you have to do that? They're different. They're different times. You know, one's a galaxy far, far away, and the other one's starts around Seoul in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously a long, long time ago. I mean, that would have taken R2-D2 a hell of a long time to get that. Mind you, I suppose it was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far, far away.
Well, even if you went with that, getting the speed of light to the next galaxy is like ridiculously long.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It'll take many, 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 many years.
Yeah, so
like multiple lifespans.
But then, droid could just be space junk. But yeah, I think that's about it for me this week. There's a huge amount of stuff here for you, Gary.
I was on and off with gaming. I don't think it's going to take me too long, because a lot of stuff played for a little bit, and I'm not going to go into too much. Like Yoshi's New Island, didn't do too much in that. Maybe I should get all the stuff that I didn't play much, or don't really want to talk about out first. So here's New Island, same stuff. Played a couple more levels through World 2 is where I'm at. And I was playing that while we were driving down to move my brother back home from college. So woo. And I got Mario's Golf World Tour because for some reason I've never really cared before I was doing Wii Fit and doing the whole golf stuff. But I mean, this is on 3DS, so you don't get to use any motion controls and swing golf club, because that was a good workout. Holy crap! But I got Mario's Golf World Tour, played 18 holes of that, and holy crap! I did not know it was going to take me an hour to complete a whole course. I think I came two over or whatever in the end, which is pretty good, I'd say, for playing it for the first time, and never really playing a golf game, really. And I also got Dr. Luigi. I don't know why I was sitting on my 3DS and Wii U, and I was looking at games in the eShop. I was like, what do I want to get? I got this money from Nintendo, and so yeah, I got those two games, and I played a little bit of Dr. Luigi, and I didn't play the new. It's called Operation L, and the pills are L-shaped. Actually, it's two pills put together. One vertical, one horizontal. And I did the retro one, so it's pretty much like playing Dr. Mario, except with Luigi there. And I was having fun playing that. Actually, I think because my dad used to play Dr. Mario all the time, I'm going to drag him down here and have him play it. Because he used to play that for hours back in the day, and now he doesn't play games at all anymore. Sad times. I guess he got too old. I don't know. But what's next? Oh, well, first, Poker Night 2. I was just sitting at the computer one night. I was like, I don't want to do anything. I barely even want to play a game. And then I saw Poker Night. I was like, you know what? I'm going to play poker. I didn't win once. I was so pissed. Oh, man. And I just kept restarting. And before like everything ended and whatnot. So I don't know if that did anything, but it kept putting out what's his name's Ash's book. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Demon Hexagon, I don't know. But I was trying to win it and I couldn't win. I got close. I took 2 people out at once. I was like, yes. And I still screwed up, and yeah. And then I bought and played Putt Putt Goes to the Moon. This is my second favorite Putt Putt game. My favorite hasn't come out yet, so still waiting on that. Nothing I can say that won't put people to sleep, other than, so Everyday Gamers guys, we're doing the Operation Supply Drop, the 24-hour gaming marathon thing that was going on actually yesterday. They did it on Friday and Saturday because like they work and stuff, so they put together the 24 hours in the Friday and Saturday. So Eric said on the podcast, he's like, if you donate $5, you can pick any game in my Steam library, and I'll play it for half an hour, 10, an hour, 15, like hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know. But so I was like, well, he doesn't have Putt Putt in his library, so I gave him $10 and I bought him Putt Putt and I made him play it. And I think his tweet said something like, well, I completed the game, if you can call it a game. It's like, it's a game, man. But yeah, I'm getting the word out there. You know, I'm just buying people Putt Putt and making them play it. I donated to all 3 of those guys. I gave them $10 each. And I should have just bought them all Putt Putt and made them play at the same time. They would have killed me. But sad thing is, he couldn't stream it, so that sucks. One of the other games I played, and holy crap, this is weird. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. Nintendo came out with this in a Nintendo Direct, talking about it, and it's basically a haggling game.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning it.
Yeah, and all the games start out at $4, and you can haggle them down to like $2 for each one. But you have to do special certain things. Give him a donut and stuff to get him to well, you give him the donut, he goes in like crazy mode for some reason, and then you start like super haggling him, and you talk to him and say stuff, and one of the first things you can do, actually the first thing to get him down to like the lowest price for the game, and I did buy one of the games, mini games in the game. God, it's weird buying a game, haggling in a game to get someone in a game to bring down the price of a game. So you can buy the game. Oh man. But you can buy it, but you can buy it at full price or whatever, but they'll tell you, it's like, man, you can get the game down even cheaper than it is and stuff like that. Cause like he takes down like $3.15 or something, and then he takes down $2.50 or something. And, then like eventually you can get down $2. But he makes you feel like a horrible person because he gets you, he's, really loves baseball, and he's talking about how all these kids don't go outside and play baseball anymore. They just sit inside and play the video games and stuff. And so he's like, I bought all these all these games, from non-Nintendo. Not Nintendo, non-Nintendo. And it's their, I think it was called a 4DS. And instead of being a handheld, it's like a actual console. And it's funny because, he gives you one of his kids to take, or babysit for some reason. So he gives you one of his kids, and then you take the 4DS home. And he gives you the 4DS, because you don't have it. Even though like he's in debt so much. For some reason, it gives you this instead of makes you buy it. So you're in your house with his kid, and then like the kid gives you a tutorial of everything, and for the 4DS, you jump into the game system, which transfers you into the TV to play these games. I was like, damn, that's futuristic. But like the thing that makes you feel horrible about this is, or like trying to haggle him down and everything, is he talks to you, he's like, my wife left me, I have like 12 kids, I can barely feed them. He's like telling you all these things to make you bad or feel bad. But his kid's like, yeah, I know my dad. He's gullible. You can get him to come down more on it. So his kid's like trying to lose their dad money. But the mini game, like the first one that I played, you can get like bronze, silver, gold, and all these. But the first one is like there's a pitching. Like the little pitching machine thing just throws the balls at you. But you see the pitching machine, and then it like stands up, and the machine is some guy's head, and the guy's throwing you these balls, and you're supposed to hit him, and you have to hit him like this at the right time, at the right part of the bat to get like the highest score, which is like 3 points each. And it's fun, and whenever you get further in, like there's this one, it's so challenging, I can't even beat it. Oh man, you have to get like 100 points, and I can't get past like 60 because they're throwing them so fast. Or there's actually I can't remember if that's the one where there's like two guys throwing you baseballs, but like there are two different positions, so that like they throw it to the same place and you have to hit it, but it's trying to because they switch up how they throw. It's not like one and the other. It's like one, the other, one, the other, one, the other, and then it's like one, other, one, and it's like sometimes they go to throw at the same time, and then one will throw, but the other won't. It's just crazy. But it's fun. I want to play the other ones. But yeah, like you just feel horrible for this guy, even though you're making him go down in price. But like the first thing you get is he can't smell this donut or something like that, and you have to like kind of nudge in the direction to tell him that he has a lot of nose hair, and you have to give him these nose hair trimmers that you get for playing the game. And that's another thing, like you get discount coupons and all this different stuff from playing the game, and it gets added to your inventory, and then you can give them to him. Like you can get more donuts to give him and stuff like that. It's just insane. But yeah, the first act, I guess you could say, of the game is the nose hair trimmers, and there's like a little cutscene kind of thing. It's like a picture, and it has like a thing under it's telling you, it's like, I can smell so much better now, and it's hilarious. If you got me on the Miiverse or whatever, you can see a screenshot or whatever that I put up of it. It's pretty funny. But other than that, last two nights, because the servers, which you'll have one day if you hear this podcast when it comes out tomorrow. Actually, unless they take it down on 20th. I doubt anybody's going to listen to this like whenever it goes up 8 o'clock tomorrow or whatever. But the servers are going down. I don't know if it's for Smash Brothers as well, but I know Mario Kart is at least. I don't think taking down for everything at once. I'm not sure. But Steve wanted to get together with a bunch of people and play Mario Kart Wii, which I went out and bought Mario Kart Wii because I never had it. That frickin' thing's still like $40. And it came out, I think it was like 2008 or whatever. So it's like, damn it. But I got it and I had to do 1 day shipping to get it the next day. Well, I thought we were playing Thursday, but then we played Friday. But I recorded audio of us and I recorded us playing it. and I'll probably have TGM tag along and stuff for that. So look forward to that. But we had a blast. Oh man, there's so much crazy shit going on. And we're yelling at each other because we're hitting each other with green shells, red shells, blue shells, banana pills, whatever, you throw out. It was there was this one time I was in first and I had a good distance between me and I think it was like Steve was in second. Red shell hits me. 5 seconds later, red shell hits me. 2 seconds after that, a blue shell hits me, and then another red shell hits me. And Steve still is. I was like, fuck! Oh man, it was so much fun. I can't wait. Just looking at the graphics for that and looking at the videos of Mario Kart 8, it is going to be gorgeous. Oh, I can't wait. I have to get it now. Just so much fun. But I might as well mention who we played with. We got Steve and me, and then we had the Game Enthused guys pretty much show up. Tiny was watching Godzilla Friday, so he didn't come in Friday, but he was there Saturday. But we played with Aaron and Mike from Game Enthused, or Assault Suit Difference. And then Saturday, we got in and we played Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Because Aaron was like, yeah, we should play Brawl tomorrow. So we did that. Holy crap. I didn't do too bad. I never won. I almost won once. Pissed off because I screwed up and jumped off the side. And I couldn't get the controls down on it. Hopefully it's a lot better in the new Smash Bros. That's coming out. But we had a lot of fun. And then Ethan from Nintendo Oki got on. And his internet is horrible. We got in the game, and it was 6 frames per second. And somehow we finished the whole game. It took us 20 minutes to get through this game. And it became a real-time strategy where you're planning out what you're gonna do. You're watching this thing basically frame by frame. And you're like, okay, maybe someone's going to be here. And I was Link, so I was like, okay, I'm going to try down jabbing or whatever the hell it's called on this guy's head. And then you miss, you're like, damn it, I missed him by a pixel. And then you do the little charge up attack. It's like, okay, well, and then it doesn't work because you hit 6 other buttons before that. But you do a little charge up, you're like, okay, hopefully this person's going to run here in time and I'm going to hit him. And a couple of times that happened, and a couple of times somebody already ran past me or hit me, or I completely went the wrong direction. And oh man, Ethan being good at Smash because those guys play that game a lot. He was Snake, and we just decided we're like, okay, everybody after Snake because he won't go away. He would go out of the ring and he'd come back and go out and come back. It's like, damn it, nobody could kill him. And then I think I got the first one on him, and I did Link's little upward kind of slash thing, and he goes flying, and it took him a whole minute to go from me hitting him up high enough to go out of the ring, and then you see him fly away in the distance. It took forever for that to happen, and it was so satisfying watching it. It was hilarious. But we had a blast with that. We gave up after that because, oh my god. And then we were playing with Tiny and stuff that day. Same people except Mike wasn't there because he didn't have Smash Brothers. But we got back in the Mario Kart and we were playing some more of that. Ethan kept dropping out because of his internet connection, so that wasn't working for him. So the internet wasn't working too well that night for him, and I feel bad. I can't even remember what he said he has for internet. I was like, Sky something, I don't know, Skynet, But I guess the Wii does not like him or his internet. But whenever we played Monster Hunter and stuff like that, it worked fine. So I don't know why just Wii games don't want to work for him. But that was an awesome night with those guys. So shout out to Steve, Aaron, Mike, Tiny, and Ethan. I almost forgot his name. But yeah, so much fun. And I also got, right, what did I do? Oh yeah, on Club Nintendo I used my coins, and I got Super Mario World off of there, and I played through the first almost 2 worlds, and that was fun. Oh man, I suck at Mario anymore. I died so much for stupid reasons. Oh man. Other than that, I played Back to the Future episodes 2, 3, and 4 in the last 2 weeks, and that's getting so much better. Like I was telling Dan, at the end of episode 4, I was like, "Oh shit." So I want to play the last one and finish that out. So hopefully next couple of days I do that. And the last 2 things I played. Actually, Dan, I don't think you brought this up. Walking Dead
No, I
Season 2,
didn't.
Episode 3.
Yeah, I played that as well.
Oh, man.
I even put it in the notes, but I completely glossed over it.
Maybe because you didn't spell it out. Or WDS2E3.
Yeah. You need to have a lube.
But that episode was pretty awesome. We did the same thing that we've been doing. We played at the exact same time, finished the same time, basically, and kind of have our discussions. And this is one that we should have recorded us talking about, because we were making jokes and cracks at the one guy in the episode. His name's Reggie. First thing Dan says as soon as he sees the guy, he's like, "I like French food." Oh, so horrible. But yeah, that was the man. They're getting good. Can't wait for the last 2.
But I'm still enjoying The Wolf Among Us more.
And I think the next one of those comes out next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Wolf Among Us is great.
I'm looking forward to that more than the next Walking Dead episode.
They're coming out with episode 4 next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're kind of like side by side, but they come by monthly, and it's like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say on Walking Dead before I finish up my games?
No, because I don't want to spoil it for people. It's still great. Don't get me wrong. It's just it just doesn't feel as fresh as The Wolf Among Us does.
Now you have to say what you said, like pretty much at the end of the episode, what you're saying about Clementine, or your Clementine at least, which mine's the same way.
I don't remember.
You're like, my Clementine is a cold-hearted bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the end of that episode's pretty crazy. You definitely, if you haven't played it yet, you need to play it. But the last thing I want to talk about, and why the hell am I enjoying this game so much? Dark Souls 2. Like, I was stuck at the Dragon Rider because I just couldn't hit him right or do something. And then Teflon got on, and what you do is you raise up like some platforms, and so you can, for one, go fight them and have more room to maneuver. Well, apparently I didn't know there's another lever that I was missing, and Teflon's like, you get that one because you can't fall off the side if you use that lever, and I completely didn't see it. So I did that, tried 2 times, screwed up, and didn't beat him, and then Teflon's like, okay, I'm getting off, let me know if you beat him or whatever. I was like in the battle at the time. A minute later, like, I kick his ass and I'm done, and I'm like screaming, freaking out, because like I can't do anything until I basically there's like 2 bosses in the area, and I'm there, and I cleared out the whole area and stuff like that. And this apparently what's his I can't remember what his name is, Dragon Slayer or something, because there's Dragon Rider and then the other guy that's up the other way. And Teflon's like, you should be happy he's easier than he wasn't one. I was like, bullshit. I can hit the guy like 3 times and then he just destroys me. He's so fast. I'm thinking, because I watched that Dark Souls guy run through, I'm thinking of like just taking off all my clothes and running through it, or seeing if I can dodge better and not get hit, because I'm pretty good at dodging. But if I get hit, I'm like screwed. Well, I'm not really screwed if I have my armor on because I can take a few hits, but if I can dodge more and have more stamina to use up, I should do a lot better. But I'm loving the game. I tried because I couldn't kill that guy, so Teflon told me to go back and do the what the hell's his name? The Pursuer. I went back and tried him like 100 times and couldn't kill him because he doesn't have much room to go around, but I can dodge him pretty well, so I'm thinking that's going to be a good one for like taking off all the clothes and trying to just, as long as I can dodge enough, because my problem is like in the end if he attacks like 3-4 times, I'm running out of stamina, and if I'm not in the right position, I get hit, and then I have to heal, and he attacks pretty fast, so it's just hard to get away from that crap. But that's really it for the games I've been playing. I bought a few things. Jason put in, we were talking about anime and stuff, and we went, I was on Amazon looking stuff, and he puts in a link for Dragon Balls, like the whole 7 Dragon Balls, like a acrylic or whatever, and they're about the size of like the palm of your hand, and they were $20. I was like, I hate you so much. One look, and I just bought it. So mad. Oh, and I didn't get to talk about this yet. I don't think I did. I can't remember now. Oh, it's been so long. I can't remember if I mentioned the last podcast that I bought a PS4 controller. And that's why I think I'm doing good at Dark Souls, is because I got a nice controller, and getting it set up wasn't easy. But if I talk about it, I don't want to talk about it too much. And, well, it's been a couple weeks now since I got it. And oh, yeah. Don't play Back to the Future with a controller, even though I've been playing it the last 3 episodes. Because you go into like, because you can't point and click on anything, you have to like scroll through the different items that you can click on, and I'll go and he finally gets to the one thing I want to click on, and there's like 10 things around, and the character turns, and whenever he turns, he goes to like another item to look at, and then you go back, and then he turns again, and he won't go to the item, like, ah! So it's very frustrating.
Actually,
so
it's
much
interesting you should say that, because I couldn't get Jurassic Park to run because I forgot my controller was still plugged in. So yeah, don't try playing Jurassic Park with a controller either, because, well, with the 360 controller it just doesn't seem to like it. I guess you could try putting it in once it's booted, but yeah, keyboard and mouse is just simpler.
Yeah, I love the PS4 controller. I've been playing everything with it. It's so nice. It works so well. I'm so glad I got one. It's the first thing I got for a console that I don't have yet, which I didn't really get it for the console, so I guess I can't really say that. It works so well on the PC though, and I have to have it plugged in because I don't have Bluetooth thing in my computer. I need to get some. But it's perfectly fine on a cord. I don't care. Keeps it charged since that thing has shit battery life apparently anyway. But yeah. Other than all the games that I've been buying and stuff I bought people, and I guess last thing I need to say, because I think it's it. Victory achieved.
Yeah, I saw some quote saying you've been employing some Hardlydan style tactics in this new series, in this new competition.
Yeah. Who said that? It wasn't Mark Enix. It was
one of the Boss Wave guys, I think.
Oh, Chris MJW. Yeah. I was like, not really. Like, I was playing Dark Souls, and whenever I didn't want to be pissed off at Dark Souls and kill somebody, I just played an episode of Back to the Future. I kind of did that a couple days in a row because I wanted something quick to play that I could actually beat, and Dark Souls is going to take me years to beat, so I played something short. But yeah, I mean, I I don't really care that much about Victory Achieve. It's basically my tracking the games that I've played through the year, and like I'll find out at the end of the year how many games I actually played, and it's gonna be insane. But yeah, I mean, you know, I won it this last quarter. And it's funny because I was like, Dan's gonna have an aneurysm if he doesn't win this one. And then I listened to the episode, and he's like, yeah, the winner's Amras. And then he said something about how, like, you know, on the podcast we were talking about the whole Victory Achieve stuff and how Dan's really getting into it and putting in all of his 100,000 entries. And then I win. I was like, oh. I can always buy my game.
Next time, Amras.
Go Gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a Steam. Oh man, I was like, man, do I want for the? I should have got for the eShop because there's so many different things that I'm wanting now. But I'm kind of thinking of using the $20 to get like Watch Dogs or something. Possibly, I don't know.
Or Star Citizen. You're $10 short for the cheapest one on that.
We'll see about Star Citizen. I don't know yet. I mean, I know I'm going to get it, but I don't know how I'm going to get it. Like, you know, what tier or whatever. Because I like spending money on stupid stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to go up a few tiers, but I'm just going to get the second tier, I think. Because that's got more access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.
Oh, and real fast, this is kind of games that I wanted to get. I finally put in the code, and then I got it downloaded, and I want to play it. I'll probably play it this week. Defense Grid 2. They have their beta. They finally got up, and Zero Wing said something to me about like how he really loves the game. And they gave me 2 extra codes because I spent so much money on it for the beta. So I gave him one, and whenever I get around to Dan's getting the last one, so he can play it. That makes up for Victory Achieve, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I love Defense Grid 1, and I'm gonna love Defense Grid 2. It's gonna be awesome. And then, like Zero was saying about how he wants to see how the multiplayer is going to go. That's going to be pretty cool.
Definitely.
But I think that's it for games been playing and life and whatnot. We're going to take a little break, come back, and we're going to go through a shit ton of news, a bunch of old stuff quickly, and then some of the new crazy stuff that's been happening in the past week. So we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, we are back, and it's time for some news. I'm going to do the first part is I'm just going to kind of run through all the stuff from last week's, and Dan can kind of chime in.
Yeah, because there's stuff that I want to mention about some of that.
Well, if we would have had a show last week.
Yeah, well, I could move last week.
Lay in bed with your headset or something, just record.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, oh no, I'll keep cutting out. I won't be able to see the screen.
Well, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it because of you're on some high pain medication.
Yeah.
Or some whatever, powerful. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna start off with apparently the Steam community. Whenever the new Call of Duty trailer and all that came out, they were trolling it from the beginning, and some of the stuff they put in because Steam does all this tag stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The community tags.
Yeah. People were putting point and click, casual. I don't know what this one means, but kawaii, Pixel graphics, kids, walking simulator, Kevin Spacey, fish, dog, female protagonist, House of Cards, Call of Duty, FPS, horror, multiplayer, indie shooter, action, futuristic, sci-fi. And then also there was looking for similar items, and some of the similar items were the usuals: Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghost, Home, Outlast, and my favorites, Putt Putt Joins the Parade and Freddy Fish. Oh my god, I lost it when I saw that.
Case of the missing kelp seeds. Wow, I'm going to have to play that. Oh, wait, no, I don't.
Oh man, yeah, I was dying when I first saw it. And then of course, I don't think we said anything about this, but yeah, Kevin Spacey's all, people were saying he's the bad guy or something, and he was kind of doing some voice acting for that. But yeah, that's about it for Call of Duty, because I'm sure, and I put up a tweet saying something like, oh, there's going to be another Call of Duty game, or another yearly Call of Duty game. Good job, Activision. I still won't buy it. God, I can't do it. Next thing here is, well, Unreal Tournament's coming back, and apparently it's going to be free, which is pretty awesome.
That's a price I like.
Everyone loves free.
It's my favorite price. Actually, no, my second favorite price.
Your first favorite price, gift?
Well, anything with a negative in it, so they actually give me money.
Yeah. Oh, man. If you want to do that stuff, just talk to Shannon Reifenberg from Nintendo Oki. He's been making basically Kmart pay him to buy games. Yeah, he's insane with, they call it Rifen bargains because he does, he's so good at getting deals. But yeah, Unreal Tournament, they announced it through a live stream, and it's in development in collaboration with fans, and it'll be free. That's not free to play. Epic promises, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no microtransactions. Basically, they're going to make their cut from the community marketplace, where you can sell the stuff you've made in the new Unreal Tournament, like maps, weapons, whatever, and they'll take a cut from what you're selling. Which, yeah, I'm fine with that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. But there's no game yet.
Yeah, they even say it's like we're basically starting today.
Yeah.
So
don't hold your breath. It'll take a little while, and you'll probably die before it comes out.
What was the last Unreal Tournament? They have a thing in this picture that shows behind them whenever they're doing a live stream of Unreal Tournament 2004. That wasn't the last one, was it?
I honestly don't remember, because my memory's shot.
I remember back in high school, somebody brought the game in, and everybody put it on their computers in Votech, and we were playing Unreal Tournament in class. And then they got really strict at school and put cameras and shit in places, so you couldn't really do that. They kind of started, my cousin kind of ruined it with his class, and somebody was like putting porn up on this guy's computer. Yeah, they started to crack down whenever with the whole, can't go on adult sites, and that's whenever the whole site blocking stuff and whatnot in schools was going on, which Dan was way out of school by then, and there wasn't even computers.
Yes, there were. There was even the internet, and all the site blocking stuff was so easy to get around. Yes. Still is. You just look for unrated links rather than just going straight to that. Anyway, I probably shouldn't be saying that.
You're a bad kid if you're listening to this in the first place, because we're kind of R-rated here. Yeah. But we don't give a fuck.
I try not to be, but every now and then,
Yeah.
I have to rant.
What was the thing last one? That whole the newspaper, magazine, or whatever you went off on. Oh man, I had to cut a lot of stuff off because you went on for that's what it was. You went on for 10, 15 minutes on that. I was like, holy crap, I didn't know it was this long. But next thing I'm going to talk about is PS4 controllers light bar won't turn off because of virtual reality, apparently.
Yeah,
and
I
that's dealing with
reckon.
their whole Morpheus thing and whatnot.
Yeah, I reckon that they've just thought, oh, there's a reason why we can say, we can have not turning it off.
Mm. Yeah, because I guess how people are holding it, it'll show up on their, or not show up on, but you can see the reflection in the TV and stuff of light, and that's a pretty light, bright light. I haven't noticed anything whenever I'm playing a game using the PS4 controller, so stop bitching. I don't know, but yeah, there's not much there other than they're going to be, I guess, using it for tracking, in virtual reality and stuff. From the console and everything.
I can't remember what I was watching the other day, but there was a guy playing with an Xbox 360 controller, a wireless one, and he was meant to be playing the game, but the entire time it's doing that whole light scroll thing whilst it's trying to connect to something. That's not even connected to anything. You might as well just turn it off.
Yeah. My one controller, because it was getting old, it would do that a lot. It was trying to search, but it was already connected. And it just kept spinning and spinning, and then it'd blink and spin. And I don't really look down at my controller when I'm playing, so I don't notice it. It doesn't, it's not like bright enough where it's super distracting. Or it's just how I hold it, and I couldn't see it very well. I don't know. But yeah, virtual reality. We'll probably see more about Morpheus at E3. Next is going to be, this is actually kind of funny. Japanese man arrested for having guns made with a 3D printer. So this says 27-year-old Japanese man was arrested on suspicion of printing and possessing guns. This is the first instance of such an arrest being made in Japan. And I think it's some, I don't know, having guns in Japan is illegal or something like that anyway. But I guess it wasn't just, like a piece of plastic. I think it was actually oh no, this kind of looks like it's the, I can't even remember what the hell the material is called, that you kind of use for that stuff. I don't even know if you can shoot these guns.
Well, apparently he's uploaded a video of him shooting it, so.
Oh, okay.
And they're resin guns.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Which just reminds me of In the Line of Fire, where that guy makes his own resin gun, so he can get it through the metal detectors to assassinate the... I probably shouldn't be talking about this. Someone's going to... Oh, that's a good idea.
I like this as a quote from him. He's like, I made them myself, but I didn't know they were illegal. Crap. People. I should watch that video.
It is possible to own guns in Japan, but they've got really strict firearms regulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the UK, you're allowed to own rifles and shotguns, but not handguns.
Okay.
And you have to have a medical, make sure you're not mental, and keep them in a locked container. You can't just drive around with a shotgun on your back of your car.
Yeah, over here,
But you can if it's in a case and you're taking it somewhere to a shoot, obviously.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people get in trouble, because they'll just have their guns in the backseat, get pulled over by the cops, and instead of having them in case like you're supposed to. But yeah, over here you have to get a mental kind of evaluation thing, and it's funny because my friend got his carry permit or whatever hell it's called, or his license to carry a pistol, which he keeps his GAT in his middle console thing, whatever the hell it's called, in the car or truck.
Glove box? Glove box sort of thing?
No, well, it's in the middle. It's that thing between a passenger and driver's side. Yeah. Yeah, he keeps that in there with a full magazine. And I think I said something to you before whenever you showed me a video of, actually I think it was your friend or something, getting for a stag, they kidnapped him and shit.
Yeah.
And I think I showed that to him, and he's like, everybody would be dead. I wouldn't know. I just pull out my gun and shoot everyone. I was like, oh, that would end badly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, stag's over.
Yeah. And so is the wedding.
Well, the wedding was actually nearly over, because after them abducting him, they made him cycle 20 miles on a BMX in a mankini, and he ended
Just
up getting
Singapore rat,
shingles.
if you don't know what that is.
Yeah, he ended up getting shingles because of the stress, and nearly didn't make it to the wedding because he was so ill.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I have some good friends. I'm so not getting married.
Sorry, baby, we can't get married. Why not? Because my friends will probably destroy me.
They will kill me. They won't mean to, but something will happen, and I'll end up dead or in a coma.
Next thing that's kind of cool that that Disney Infinity stuff.
Yeah.
Those figures that Courtney liked. Well,
yeah.
this is my.
Don't tell me like Nintendo's copying them or something, are they?
Maybe. I mean, everybody's been asking for it, and they kind of came out with that stuff with Pokemon Rumble or whatever, where you get the little figures that you could put on your. Yeah, it was a Wii U thing. You can put it on the whatever the hell that thing on the Wii U is that can do that stuff, kind of like one of those portals or whatever from Skyrim and stuff.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. They're coming out with like Nintendo toys, and that I'm not going to talk too much about this because it's been weeks, and but like Nintendo had their meeting or whatever with investors and stuff like that, and they were going through a whole bunch of different stuff, and I can't remember that much because I haven't seen it in a while. But one of the last things they did was talk about the toys. This picture here shows Mario and stuff, and oh man, it's gonna be awesome having a game and having Nintendo toys to play with. Or, well, not really play with, put it in there and play them in the game and stuff, and it'll be awesome. And I'm gonna spend a lot of money collecting shit. And now Courtney can't bitch at all because I bought her like every single goddamn Disney Infinity thing. It's like, oh, you're gonna get all these figures? And shut it.
Yeah, but then you eat the Titan.
Yeah. Shut up. They have the Disney Infinity Marvel thing coming out, so that's even more than I have to get. I think it's like 20 to 25 more characters, so that's another couple $100 there. So yeah, I can do what I want. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'll be getting it. Definitely. And then Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby, it came out on the GBA, I think. Yeah, because I did that old picture, and I won't even talk about that. But yeah, I did like a picture that had all these Pokemon things, and one of them, or actually in the Game Boy Advances, I had Ruby and Sapphire. Well, they're remaking them on the 3DS, and the internet exploded. Because people, oh my god, like people in Pokemon, it's just insane. God. One of these pictures says, "Get in, losers, we're gonna have remakes." And it's the main Pokemon for that series. Or like 3 main. Yeah, but they got, they're called Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna do like the X and Y where they're, kind of 3D world. It's probably just gonna be, top down kind of thing like it always has been. We'll see. I haven't read that much into it. I just saw it and went, wow, not again. Because they did, oh god, I don't know, Grass Green and Fire Red or something like that for, I think it was like Red and Blue or whatever. But yeah, Pokemon more. And then this next thing is kind of insane. And it says, okay, this Oculus Rift business is getting out of control. I don't know if you looked at this, Dan, but somebody was doing a virtual reality flying like a bird, and he's on this crazy ass kind of hydraulic lift, and he's attached to this thing. He's like flapping his arms like a bird with a fan in the front of it, so it's like he's in the air flying. Oh my god, it's insane. Like, people look at the damn link. It's people are just going way too insane about this. With one of the comments somebody put is Flappy Bird on Oculus. Oh, that would be completely impossible. Trying to, because, you tap to get them to fly up or whatever, but actually moving your arms and doing that, oh my god. And then the last little piece of old news I want to talk about was, woman puts Deus Ex on computer chip in her hand. And apparently this woman's called, Zoe Quinn. She's from, do you see it?
No, I'm just looking at all the other stuff she's had done. On her left ring finger, she's got a magnet, actually in her left ring finger, coated in silicon, so so her body won't reject it, and it lets her feel like magnetic fields, wires, and she can pick up some metal objects as well. She's also got a chip in an implant in her hand, a NTAG 216 chip, which I haven't got the foggiest what that does. It's a new generation of NFC tag, near field communication stuff, which she can program to do whatever she wants it to do.
Just freaking weird.
Yeah, so she can unlock her phone just by picking it up, because it communicates with her finger.
Man, that would screw people up. Oh yeah, found this phone. I can't do anything with it. I want it unlocked. Like, it doesn't even give me a choice. Yeah, she's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
She'll be the first cybotic. Wait.
Yeah, she made Depression Quest.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, what you're going to be able to do with...
It's going to be like Ghost in the Shell soon enough.
Deus Ex.
Yeah, Deus Ex.
Oh, yeah, apparently she's giving out free Steam codes with one of the chips for Deus Ex.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some people that do some weird things. Of course, I guess she's getting ready, she'll probably have one implanted in her brain. She'll be the first human to have one in her brain. And then she'll be the first version of, the anime Ghost in the Shell. And connect to the... Oh, man, I love Ghost in the Shell. That shit's awesome. But yeah, that's it for... Oh, wait, no, it's not. Nope, last piece. Nintendo has apologized because for people that haven't seen or know anything about this Tamagotchi Life, where you can have relationships and stuff, it's basically like Nintendo's version of The Sims.
Yeah.
And it was basically them not thinking about it, and it's too late in development to do anything about it for them. But they don't have same-sex marriages or relationships and stuff in the game, and they came out apologizing for not making it more inclusive, so you can do what you want.
One of the main complaints was people that misread the articles saying that they'd taken out same-sex relationships. They hadn't. There was a glitch in the game which meant that you could make your character look female or male if they, so you could have it looking like there were same-sex relationships. But
well, you can do that with Mii's anyway, because you can you choose a male or female sex, and then you can say you have a male, you can give them long hair, kind of looking like a female, and make their face look whatever, and give them some crazy sparkle eyes. And but yeah, they said they're gonna make sure to get it or do it right for the next one.
Hmm. Yeah, and the thing is, okay, they handled it terribly badly, but they couldn't. Just because they make games doesn't mean to say they have to make games that cater for absolutely everyone. Now, I'm not saying this is right or wrong. It's just that, you can't please everyone, and that if you did, it would probably be the worst game ever.
And if you do put it in, you're going to have people bitching that there is same-sex relationships, and then,
the way they went about apologizing was terrible. So, I can't complain about that, but yeah, it's just really, yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go into the next
new
news stuff. Yeah, the new news for this week. And God, I was going through, I was trying to find the stuff about the Kinect and crap, and I was like, and I had to go back really, really far because that happened early last week. But then I'm going to let you go first, even though I completely screwed up and didn't put it in the right order, unless we go backwards. But Dan, yeah, you can take the first piece of what you have.
Yeah. Basically, so Sesame Street. Yeah.
Yep, that's a thing from my childhood.
That's a really long time ago for me. Good to see some of all the old characters still in. Well, there's like two. But there's a video from Mashable with the Sesame Street crew along with Zachary Levi. No idea who that is actually. And there's this whole song about putting down your technology and going outside and enjoying the sun and, not sitting in front of your screen every day. And I can't help but wonder why I've ended up with this one, because I do go outside now and then.
Probably do more than I do.
The graphics are great, but the storyline's shit. But yeah, it's, I guess it's good, trying to get kids to stop constantly using their computers and go out and play. I do notice that.
Get them off Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. When I was younger, it was fine. I'd go out and play and ride on the streets and stuff, and it was absolutely fine. I didn't get run over or raped or abducted or anything. But people have fears now for their kids, and they'd rather them sitting at home vegetating in front of a screen than possibly, I don't know, having fun outdoors.
Or you have like the last apartment building I lived at, like the kids would be playing outside, and there's like basically a backyard area to the apartments. But because the parents' apartment is in the front of the building, like where the driveway or driving for the parking areas, they sit on their porch or whatnot and let their kids play in the parking lot. And I'm coming around the corner at like 5 miles an hour because you have to go up this little hill and make a turn around the building. And you can't see anything. There's a fucking kid right in the goddamn middle, right around the building. And the parent yells at you, and I tell the bitch shut up because she's an idiot. Oh, so pissed off. Like, why are you letting your kids play in a parking lot instead of on the grass, where if they fall, they're not going to scrape their knees and get boo-boos. Oh, yeah. But anyway, get to the kind of gaming part of this.
Yeah, there's a brilliant bit with Grover, and he takes the Oculus Rift off of me. He's like, wow, these graphics are amazing.
Oh, God.
And if you want to, there's the whole lyrics. You can sing along. It's on Kotaku.com. Just search Sesame Street.
I'll have the link in. Everyone can see.
Just don't.
It's funny.
But yeah, it's I've said enough about that.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, so the next thing, like I mentioned earlier, Operation Supply Drop happened over the weekend, and I guess it's good that well, maybe it's not, I don't know, that I donated on Friday to those guys instead of Saturday. But by 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, oh wait, the marathon went live at 9 a.m. And then by 10 a.m., apparently some hackers disabled a military gaming charity website via DDoS attack. I don't know what that is.
It's
it's some hacking thing apparently.
Yeah, basically you get a load of machines linked together in a botnet or a load of people together, and you just keep going to the same part on the website so that they get swamped and the website can't handle it and crashes. It's a direct denial of service attack or something. I can't remember what the first D is, but that's how you do it. I probably shouldn't be saying this.
Because we have people that want to start hacking and listen to us. Hopefully not. If so, you're a bad person. But yeah, they hack the site and all this shit. And, it's just charity helping out soldiers that, are going through stresses, and apparently, if you like watch a video on Operation Supply Drop, it kind of talks about how suicides for soldiers is like at an all-time high, and playing video games actually relieves stress and all that stuff. And basically, I just want to say you guys are fucking assholes and should be shot by a soldier. But yeah, you know, people being dicks to something that's good. Like, you know, if people did that to Extra Life, I'd be pretty pissed off. But, you know, shit happens. People are shit. Yep. But yeah, you know, they kind of screwed it up, and then, like I said, Everyday Gamers did it. I probably would have done it, but I didn't. I can't stay up for 24 hours for one right now because I haven't been sleeping well. And I've been so busy doing shit around the house last couple of weeks that I definitely don't have time to do it. But hopefully doing Extra Life this year, so woo. But that's it for that. I don't want to talk about hackers anymore. Then go on with the next thing.
Well, the next one, it's actually a fantastic article on Kotaku.com again, and it's basically showing how wonderful old games can look on PCs, because you know what, we can mod them, and loads of them are really easy to do. There's some beautiful screenshots there of Minecraft with mods on, and Skyrim, and Grand Theft Auto 4 with the reality mod is amazing, and yeah, the old Thief looking fantastic. Morrowind, I've done the mods on Morrowind, so good. Yeah,
they have so many different games on this.
Yeah, and you know, it's why I really love playing on a PC, because you can make really old stuff look absolutely awesome.
Yeah, some that, you know, look shit or wasn't, there are things a lot of people have problems with.
Yeah, and
you
quite often
can't really change that on a console, but you know, you get a mod for a PC, and you can do, like in Skyrim, you can get, you know,
you can turn the dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine,
or Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Oh man,
or you can just make it look stunning.
Yeah, like Mr. Richard Webster, who is every so often the special guest, and he used to be a part of the Overseas Connection and everything. He made a mod on Skyrim, which is the it's like the Hunter's Guild or whatever, and you can do, and he made all these different missions that you can do, and there's just so much added content to this kind of stuff, which makes it, you know, if you're willing to take time and get mods and, you know, install them and all that stuff, it's really awesome. But you know, it's not for everyone. I actually haven't done any mods yet on anything because it's above me right now. Anything else with modding?
It's awesome. Do it.
Do it.
PCs are awesome.
So we'll go to the next thing real quick, which I think is completely stupid. Halo 5 Guardians announced for 2015. Why? Yep. Why would you not do it at E3? It's weeks away.
Well, I guess we might see a bit of it at E3.
Well, you're going to see more of it, but why show the name of the game and everything?
Just to get that hype ready for E3.
Yep, hype's already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done it.
Apparently, though, it's going to run at 60 frames per second. Woo!
Woohoo!
Well done.
900p.
720.
Well, while we're into this, 720. While we're into the whole P thing, why is this a frickin' thing? Like, I'm seeing so many people talk about, and it's funny because somebody put up on Twitter, like, count all them, and then, like, in the picture, it was a bunch of P's. Like 1080. But anyway, like, people are arguing about 1080p, Xbox, you know, PS4, just why? Like, you know, boo-hoo, you're not even going to notice it. I actually watched a video on 1080p to 720p HD or whatever, and there isn't that much of a difference that you're going to, you know, go, oh my god, this is horrible.
You can notice it with...
the frame rate's the
draw distances a bit.
Yeah, well.
And, yeah, I mean, it's not a problem we have.
Which is, it's kind of funny because I actually stopped the conversation because I think I pissed everybody off. They were talking about 1080p, 720p, whatever. And then I went, well, I'll stick with my Wii U, which is going to play Mario Kart 8 at 1080p at 60 frames per second. And everybody just shut up.
Well,
yeah.
The thing that gets me is, you get loads of, the graphics are better on this, graphics are better on this. And you're like, actually on the PC. And they're like, graphics don't matter. You're like, all right.
And they're doing this with, games that don't even go over both systems. Like, they're bringing up other games. Like,
really?
I bet you Xbox One's not going to notice that because they can't play it anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just people stop bitching.
If anyone out there does really care that much and wants it to look as good as possible, get it on PC. Build a kick-ass PC and have it in 4K. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Go on to the next thing. I don't want to talk about the 1080p and shit anymore.
Well, the next one is The Goonies! Yay! I love the movie. I still watch it now and then just to remind me of my childhood. But if you do remember the ZX Spectrum game that came out in 85, and you have the urge to play it again, you can, because the guys over at Sloth Team, a group of dedicated fans, they've recreated it, and it's free. My second favourite price. If you've got a PC or a Linux machine and a functional internet connection, which hopefully you've got because you're listening to this, you can just go over to their site and download either the demo or the full game of that marvellous price free. And I had a quick go on it before we started this show, actually. And it's good. Full screen. Not quite full screen, actually. You can't really change the settings. But yeah, it's, the music's there. You kind of really want to finish playing it now. But yeah, go get it. It's really short bit of news. It's not like the NES Goonies game. It's it's more, it's better. You have to solve puzzles and move from room to room.
Kind of like DuckTales remastered.
Yeah, it's got whole new graphics, new music, and extra stages. So it's awesome. Go get it now. It's free. Yay!
Alright, so last thing I'm going to talk about, which is probably the biggest thing that happened, and well, I'm sure everybody knew this was going to happen after, PS4 came out $399, bam, and kicked Microsoft right in the balls. But the Xbox One is now coming without Kinect, and I think it's just such a bad decision. Just because, other than nobody's making games with Kinect, even though everyone had to have one, now they don't have to have it, so there is no reason to have Kinect stuff anymore. And this article that I have up, actually, it's like people reacting to it, and it's like, good work, everyone, now let's really mess around with them and demand they make Kinect mandatory again. Oh, God. And now that Xbox One has dropped the stupid Kinect, I may consider getting that console if its games are interesting. Connectless Xbox One isn't the point of having an Xbox One for the Kinect and shit. Yeah, there's so many. And then at the bottom of this article, there's a video by I don't know if it says his name. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't. I can't see who the person's YouTube feed is or whatever. But he kind of goes off and everyone's like, before everybody starts making videos saying how bitching at Microsoft or how they feel entitled because they got in early, adopted early or whatever, and got to the Kinect and everything. He's like, you knew it was going to happen. It's like there's you can get nothing, it's like, that's the price you pay for being an early adopter, blah, 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 blah. And then he was saying stuff like, the only thing I use use my Kinect 4's Xbox record that. Which that I just thought about that. I was like, "Man, what are they gonna do?" And he says something about like they need to put like make a button do that now that you can just press and it'll let you record.
Combination of buttons.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I'll sell the Kinect for $50.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's stuff I've been seeing where supposedly it's actually meant to run faster without it. So I'm guessing that the Xbox One still does the processing for the Kinect, rather than it being on board like the original Kinect was meant to be, which never happened. So, it might run a bit better, but
yeah, like nobody's gonna make anything for Kinect now. And I saw a tweet, so it was like, so, is this the last nail in the coffin for motion gaming? Due to this news and stuff like that. Yeah, I wanted them to have, like, every Xbox One to have a Kinect in it, because that should have made developers, more likely to do stuff with Kinect, just because, hey, everyone has to have one, so, there's a reason to actually develop for it now. And now, again, there is definitely no reason. I'm sure people are just scrapping their Kinect ideas and just kind of doing something else. I don't know. Microsoft shouldn't have done it, as far as I'm concerned. But now it's going to be $3.99 without Kinect, and God, what is it? June something, June 9th or something like that. That they're gonna have the Xbox Ones to buy in stores and everything. So I don't know. Anything you gotta say about this?
I don't really care.
Of course you don't care.
But yeah, I guess it's going to make it easier price to swallow for a lot of people that haven't bought one because of the price point.
I guess my thing should say,
they're always worried about the camera looking at them.
Yeah. I guess the thing is how much you think this is going to help them sell more compared to, how they've been doing with the PS4. You think the PS4 is still doing...
it's still the better... The PS4 is still the better machine, so I think it's probably not going to make a huge amount of difference.
Mm-hmm. There's just fanboy stuff and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm glad that I jumped the console ship when I did. I think I picked the right time as well. But
yeah, that's it for our news. And
well, there is one little thing actually, and hopefully Gary will help me out with this. I've just entered a competition, and there are going to be a couple of links at the bottom of the show notes. If you can click on them and like the pictures, one's of my watch, one's of the puppy, and then there will be another one with the puppy wearing the watch. If you could like them, I might be able to win a copy of Watch Dogs. So, yay!
That free thing Dan likes.
Help me out.
Just put the links at the bottom and I'll put them in. Alright, so we're going to take another break, and we'll be back with actually a voicemail. We'll start us off, and then we'll get on with our TGM quest, our TGM checks, clean up, and get out of here. So we'll be back in a little bit.
Yo, what up, Gamesmen? Hashtag TGM Quest. It is Steve, also known as JSS Like. In response to your question, I kind of like what Nintendo's doing. I wasn't sold on it last year, but I'm digging it this year. It's interactive, and I think I've finally figured out why they call it Nintendo Direct. Because it is coming direct to you, the gamer, minus all the bias and all the opinion from the press sites, and that's why they hate it. They hate it because they see that their job and their role in this industry is going the way of the dinosaur, and it's sort of like print magazines, the whole EGM debacle, one-up, that stuff all over again. And Nintendo, while seeming forward-thinking, is not doing it out of a forward-thinking attitude. They are doing it out of a financial, as a financial sort of thing. Because, let's face it, the Wii U is not doing well. And maybe software this year turns it around. So my question to you is, if we live in a post-E3 2014 world where Nintendo sort of does their thing, and because of strong software have a great year, does that change the way that Sony and Microsoft approach press conferences that have really become nothing more than pep rallies for whatever brand you're supporting? So that's about it for me. Have a great show, and I will talk to you soon.
All right, we are back, and thank you, Steve, for the voicemail. And before we actually get into answering his question, I kind of want to finish off last week's TGM Quest, which was, does Nintendo need to have a E3 press conference like Microsoft and Sony? And the one answer we got was from Teflon, of course. It says, at the Gamesmen RPG, the directs are a great idea, but I think Nintendo needs a way to showcase games to a non-Nintendo owning audience. Hashtag TGM Quest. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess, you'd have to go look at it if you were, not into Nintendo. I don't know. I'm sure, I don't know, some on site or whatever.
I remember watching it live on their website last year.
Nintendo's website or E3's?
Nintendo's.
Yeah, well, you still have to go there. I think that's
well, yeah,
what I'm trying to say.
I don't own a Nintendo. Well, I do. I've got a Game Boy. Oh, and a GameCube, but they don't really go on the internet.
I own like everything. But yeah, Steve's question. If we live in a post E3 2014 world where Nintendo sort of does their own thing, and because of strong software, and because the strong software has a great year, does this change the way Microsoft and Sony approach their press conferences? I think they kind of should, because, well, I mean, like he says, like their prep rally or whatever.
Yeah.
For the fanboys and girls.
It will start making press conferences pointless.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what he's getting at.
Yeah, but a lot of people do enjoy them. And obviously the press enjoy them because it gives them something to do.
That's
they all get to have a good day out.
Them going, going out of style. Like journalists and stuff.
It's a tough call. I mean, I don't think they would, because things like, let's take the motor industry, where they have their motor shows, and they are basically, huge, almost like press conferences, but the public can go, obviously, and look at all their new stuff that's coming out and the concepts and things like that. That helps really drive the motor industry. And I think things like E3 actually do help drive the gaming industry, because it gets people excited about what's coming up and around the corner, and they're like, oh, wow, look at this is going to be awesome. And I think if Microsoft and Sony stopped doing that, then they'd probably end up seeing less sales.
I don't know about less sales, but...
Well, less hype, definitely.
I know. Like, I was talking to Steve about this, and, if the three big, all go to just streaming, showing their stuff, kind of like Nintendo does, it's... E3's basically going to be pointless having any, there's like EA and Ubisoft that always have theirs every year as well. And I don't know if they do anything like that, but I guess people like seeing the people up on stage and talking.
Yeah.
I really like Nintendo Directs. I think they're awesome. And all the stuff they're doing this year is going to be great.
Yeah, I can't help but think that it's just not going to happen, because there's, so much hype that's generated because of E3. I mean, we're talking about it. Loads of people have been talking about E3 people are really looking forward to it, saying, "Oh, this year's going to be amazing. Oh, brilliant." Actually, I don't give a shit about it, to be honest. I'll watch it. Eurogamer, much more fun. I can go there and play stuff, and yeah, it's going to be good.
Honestly, if I'm up there in person, I don't care about the press conferences. Like, you're watching it, and how Nintendo does it, they do have people talking about the games and stuff like that. And then, they show the trailers and everything, and you got, your whole screen taken up instead of... I mean, they do kind of how they stream and everything, which is probably a pain in the ass. And like last year, was it Sony or Microsoft that had the... Who came out for Battlefield 4? And, like, it didn't work at all, and people were like... Yeah,
I think that was Microsoft.
Oh, that was insane.
You wouldn't get the cock-ups. And I that's one of my favourite bits. I like it when stuff goes wrong. I'm glad I'm not you.
Like you got the guy for Battlefield 4, like, he's like, shit, and he goes to walk off the stage.
I'm fired. My one job was to make sure this worked, and it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone can be as cool as Nintendo. So, but I love how Nintendo does their stuff, and I can't see them copying Nintendo again that way. Motion controls, anyone? Yeah. Half the shit that Nintendo does, like, somebody does a year later, and then, because it was Microsoft or something, it's like, oh my god!
This is awesome! Why have we never seen anything like this before? It's because you don't look at Nintendo seriously.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
It's like, I was, Teflon kind of mentioned me on Twitter about me saying stuff like, Nintendo's games, 1080p and stuff, whatnot. But like I was talking to Greg today, and I was saying how I love, because of like textures and stuff like that all these people do. Nintendo doesn't need to have like these high realistic textures. Like they do like the most beautiful art in games, and it just looks amazing. And, like, I remember whenever Skyward Sword came out, I was just, like, freaking out because it looked so great. And that was on the Wii, like, the last Wii game to come out, basically, was just so good. And now they got the capability of putting this stuff in 1080p. And, what's the one thing? The one game I was... got Mario Kart, which looks so amazing. And then Wind Waker HD looks gorgeous now that it's up-res and everything. And, it just proves you don't have to have, super graphics and all these textures and realistic looking faces and crap to, have games. Story, all this different stuff. But, to make something look amazing doesn't have to, have the most polygon count shit.
No, but it certainly does help drive a lot of sales to people that just want stuff to look brilliant.
Yeah, and that's why nobody wants Nintendo, because they only do the cute, awesome, crazy things. I would like to see Nintendo do something like that, though, like some crazy high texture game or something that looks awesome. And I mean, that's why their stuff can run, 1080p and all that stuff, because it doesn't have to worry about the whole, all these textures and, Battlefield shit, like explosions and all that. And worrying about like it running slower because of all the stuff going on the screen, because it doesn't take as much power to do that. How do we get into this? E3. Anyway, but our question to you this week, just gonna steal from Steve. So how I word it is, if Nintendo's E3 Direct is successful this year, just kind of like what Steve said, do you think Microsoft and Sony will consider changing how they present at the conference and stuff?
And we have a prize for the question of the week this week. The other show we had Mr. J.R. Murdoch on talking about his new book and stuff. And he's very kindly given us a copy of that. So if you'd like a copy of that, it's an ebook. Let us know and which format you'd like it in. and we shall get that off to you. And you probably haven't read the first one, so I'm going to put my hand in my pocket for once and buy a copy of the first book as well. So let us know what format you want it in, Mobi, EPUB, text, whatever. If you've got an e-reader, you know what the hell I'm talking about. And, but yeah, we'll do a draw and give it to whoever wins. Well, both copies to whoever wins.
And you'll be a happy person.
Great books.
I listened to it in audiobook, the first one. I want the second one to be on audiobooks, damn it. Because I don't have time to read. But, oh my god, the one character on it, I can't remember, he's like general or some police. And he says all the time, and how J.R. Murdoch does the voiceovers for different characters is really good. I really enjoyed it. And the guy says, I'll just say it like how he says it. He's like, "Junior, get me a hamburger," which hamburger means drink. And it's so good. It reminds me of, actually, not really reminds me. I liked it just as much as I did whenever I was listening to the Share books by, I forgot his name.
Nathan Lyle.
That's it. It was so good. And story got crazy and crap, and I was like, holy shit. But I thought it was an awesome book. And I already bought it for the wife's Kindle anyway, so I bought it and listened to it. It was awesome. Now we're going to move into the cleanup, and we'll start off with hashtag TGM checks, and Dan, you can take the first.
The first one is from Mr. JSS Lifelike, and he says, hashtag TGM check, Bill of Borderlands 2 and Tetris Pack Your Shit Up edition. Cool.
And next one's from one of my favorite people in podcasting, from Virtual Pizza, Phil Olsen, Filthy. And he says, at the Gamesmen RPG, LA Noire and Hearthstone this week, which I was last week, so we'll just think he did this week too. Hashtag TGM check.
And the third one is from our stalwart listener, Teflon12, and he says, at the Gamesmen RPG, hashtag TGM check, Dark Souls 2 every day. It has consumed me.
Yeah, and he likes to talk to me every day that he gets on TeamSpeak about it. And he's very good for those tips for me, because I am not good at Dark Souls. I'm not dying that much, and I actually, for the first time, lost souls, and I lost a couple thousand. Actually, I lost my souls twice, and I've lost 10,000 so far, which isn't that much apparently, so I'm not too worried about it. But now, shout outs. Dan, who you got to shout out?
Steve, Phil, and JSS Lifelike, Filthy, and Teflon. Thanks for getting in touch. And whoever made ibuprofen, thank you. And Monty, you can't, you're not going to kill me.
I will survive as long as I know how to love my dog.
As long as I can pick you up and put you in your playpen, you've got trouble, son. Gary?
Like I said earlier, Smashing in Mario Kart was awesome with basically it was the whole Game Enthused crew. Not same time, but anyway. Aaron, Indifference, Tiny, Dave, and Mike, Assault Suit, and then also Steve, Miss JS's Lifelike, and Ethan, I don't even know how to say this. I think it's Tonico MG is his tweeter, and what he uses everywhere. That was awesome. The guys at Everyday Gamers, Jay, Eric, and Chris, for doing the whole Operation Supply Drop, and doing something for charity. It's always good.
Indeed.
Oh, and the wife, because she's been gone all weekend. Because she hasn't been able to work, lately, for the past 5 months. I see her every single day, and we're in the same room every single day. So it's good to have a little break every once in a while to actually, I didn't do anything that I normally don't do. So basically doing the same thing, but without someone sitting next to me. And I can turn the TV and watch TV even better because it's angled towards me. And I watched a whole anime basically yesterday. I watched 10 episodes yesterday and the last 2 today for this anime series, Chaos Edo. It was pretty awesome. But Courtney's going to be back in a couple hours. Actually, maybe an hour, I don't know. But yeah, that was awesome. I think that's it for me. Oh, and I'm going to shout out Steve again because he got his house, or he got the keys for his house, and he was moving stuff in. So, and apparently he has a basement large enough for like 5-man caves. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully we can get him on the podcast more. I don't know. But yeah, that's awesome. That's it for me. What for the week come, Dan?
Well, as ever, I am Hardlydan everywhere. Probably best to check me out on Steam or Twitter. If you want to play something and I've got it, hit me up. I'm going to be playing, when my joystick comes through, a bit more PlanetSide 2, see if I can get better at flying using that. Yeah, Hardlydan everywhere. Yeah, that's about it, really. Gary, what about you?
Amras89, Skype, and somewhere else that I can't remember. Amras89 is Twitter. Oh, that's what it is. Steam is Amras_89. Amras89, Twitter, Xbox, and then Wii U is Amras1289, and I'm not even going to mention PS3 because I still don't have it back for my brother. That's about it. I don't know. I may be on Uplay or something sometime. We're just Amras_89 there as well, I think. But I think that's all I need to do for that. Get me on the damn Wii U. Somebody. Nintendo Network. Actually, same thing for 3DS, so come on. I need more friends. I'm lonely. Plus, Mario Kart 8's coming out soon, so I want to play with people. It'd be awesome. That's it. All right, Dan, clean us up.
You can catch us on Facebook. Go to our page, search for Facebook. Give us a like. Talk to us there. Let us know what you're up to. Stuff like that. We want more voicemails. We've had one this week. Woohoo! We would love to hear you. Tell us what you think. Anything. You can call the RPG hotline, and that is 412-267-RPG1. That's 412-267-RPG1. If that's not your thing and you just want to rant at us via email, our address is thegamesmanrpg@gmail.com. You can even send us MP3s or voicemails through that if you so wish. Don't forget, we've got a Twitter account. It's @thegamesmanrpg. We have no new followers, so yay.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry.
We have new followers.
I don't think we have new followers in that, but Facebook. Tony Miller, I completely forgot to do this week. Tony Miller liked us, or liked our page finally. I guess while you're finishing it up, I'll go look, see if there's anything else, because I completely forgot.
Okay, and don't forget you can catch our episodes over on YouTube, or watch anything. I haven't put any content up for a little while, but stuff will be coming when I can finally capture video without straining my system too hard. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/thegamesmanrpg, and don't forget on Twitter you can answer our TGM quest and reply to our TGM checks using those hashtags, hashtag TGM check and hashtag TGM quest. We've got a Twitch stream that we barely use. Can't remember the link for that. I think it's twitch.com/thegamesmanrpg probably. And iTunes, please give us a review on iTunes. We haven't had any new ones of those for a little while, so please, someone, maybe.
I think you even said something about giving away a game before, and
yeah, no one did anything, so yeah.
free games and people just don't do it.
Yeah. No, I don't want putt.
I don't have putt to give away right now. I probably should. Oh, and I can't remember if I said it last week, but last podcast. I know Jared Murdoch followed us on Twitter, and then this week, well, last week actually, Everyday Gamers is now following us on Twitter. So woo!
Wow, that didn't take long. Cheers, guys. Okay, yeah, I guess that's about it. So, Gary, why don't you just get us out of here? Let's go to bed.
Alright, so that's going to do it for episode 19 of the Gamesmen. On behalf of Hardlydan, I am Amras. We are the Gamesmen. Until next time, we ask,
what role will you play? And there's a huge backlash on Twitter about YouTube buying Twitch.
oh, YouTube's buying Twitch, that's what.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, which is part of Google anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, yeah, if they buy it, I'm done. So really, it's not really
going
going
to Ustream.
it's
well.
not going to change a huge amount, is it?
I don't think it'll really change anything. It'll just mean they're making money.
Yeah, and they might have better servers.
Hopefully.
Sorry, I was distracted by the internet.
Oh, you mean cat butthole?
No, this guy turning his attic into something absolutely awesome. But I read the comments and apparently he turned it into a bedroom. So, woo.
If not fully satisfied with this podcast, please return any portions for a full refund.
I'll put them below the vagina.